glad to have you here with us today. And as we all know, Simply Blood is like considered to be the world's first virtual blood donation platform. So just I just wanted to know how has the journey been, and how exactly did you come up with the idea of doing something, working towards such a great cause. So how exactly did you come up with this?
It was December 2016. It was 26th December 2016 when I got to know that there is a poor family from Chhattisgarh and they needed blood. So the person who called me came up to I got to know that he is a town dad. He charged money from the family to whom I donated blood for free. Um, after realizing the fact, I got to know that there is a huge black market happening around blood. The worst part was that lady who paid for my blood for her husband. She got into prostitution to pay medical bill for her husband to save her husband. So that was the turning point. The very same day I decided to quit my job and solve this problem. And that's how I started Simply that.
Okay, sir. And so, like, you have five other people working with you, like five other people have co-founded the startup. So, how did you meet them, and like, how did it start?
So they are actually our founding members. And while I was searching for a good team, uh, I ended up meeting with these people, and over Facebook we got to know each other, and I thought to give it a shot to start with them. Though now we are no more together, uh, the team is not together with us. But yes, initially it was we started together. It was wonderful journey altogether. For 3 years we worked very hard day in day out, um, and delivered a very good platform to the world.
Oh, that is so. And so, like, how did you manage to get Mr. Vijay Goyal, who is also a former like Minister of Youth Affairs and Sports, for the launch of your second version of like your application that you're running? So, how did you go from?
So it was just a coincidence that an event was taking place from one of the very well-known college in Delhi University, and they invited us to put our platform in front of the world through their platform. And luckily, Mr. Vijay Goyal was kind enough to come forward and launch the platform. Facebook was the second social media platform after Simply Blood, who started Simply Blood, sorry, blood donation dedicated social media platform. We feel proud to become world's first social media platform as well for blood donation. So Facebook launched their social media blood donation platform on 28th of February, sorry, 28th of September 2017. Yeah. And we launched it on 23rd of September 2017. So 5 days ahead of Facebook. So technically we became world's first in the ultimate rule. And that's how Mr. Vijay Goyal came into picture, and he was kind enough to support us even after that as well. So it was very good journey.
And so, like, how have you been coping with the current COVID situation? How has it affected your venture?
So if you see in India, the blood scarcity was always there. 33% shortfall was always there. But
Hmm.
what happened suddenly in COVID time, people stopped donating blood. Almost half of the people stopped donating blood, and demand started rising, either because of the plasma therapy, this new kind of thing came into picture. Right. Also, there was many people who were struggling with their regular needs like thalassemia, cancer patients, and so many other people. So, because of the shortfall of the blood donors, it's very hard now to find out healthy patients to donate blood. Because if somebody is affected by COVID, they cannot donate blood for 6 months. So, because they can donate plasma during this recovery time, and after that they cannot donate that for 3 months. So this is something which is happening a lot. Almost 10 million people, sorry, 10 crore people are COVID positive. We are just about to touch that number. So which is a huge number. Not 10 crore, 10 lakh, I guess. No, 1 crore, 10 million. Yeah. So we are about to touch 10 million COVID cases, hopefully in a day or two. So this is something very scary because people are getting affected by COVID and people are scared of COVID, and that's the reason they are not going out to donate blood in blood banks, and which is decreasing the number of donations happening. We don't have any government or public data available in public domain by the government or authority. But yes, the number of donations now has gone many folds down. I'm sure at least 50% of the people are not getting enough blood in this condition, but these are not any authority, these are not authorized kind of numbers. But yes, I think that more or less 50-60% people must be facing scarcity of blood all across India.
Yes, of course. And now they're even more scared because of the COVID thing. Now they're even more scared. So yeah. So like, how strongly do you feel that anyone can start something on their own? Like, what is the main thing that people need to start, something?
So in my case, I think the first step is to take first step to start anything. So you don't have to be perfect on the very first day. It takes time to improve yourself. Nothing is perfect in this world, and if you are not going to do something, somebody else is going to take over that thing, and then they are going to do that thing. But I mean, whoever takes a lead first, uh, there is high chances that people might question you. There are people who are going to judge you based on your work and based on your credibility. But yes, the moment you start delivering things, scale doesn't matter. Whatever your scale is, the scale doesn't matter. Even if you are serving 10 people, people are going to trust those things that you are changing 10 people's life. That is going to multiply if you put in persistent attempts and persistent efforts in that direction. Keep on hustling. Things are not going to be good. It's not a cakewalk for anyone. It's very difficult to, it's very challenging to sustain yourself. It's very challenging to face very adverse kind of situation for everyone. But on the top of it, we all should understand that at the end of the day, we all are going to make our own way by gathering people as a community. Start small and make it large slowly. Take time. So when we started, most of the people questioned our intent, questioned our work. Right? They judged us at so many different movements. People failed to support us in terms of commercially and financially and so many things. But now we have so many people around who actually have faith in our work, who trust us, who believe in our actions. That is something which is happening nowadays, and we can proudly say that we have so many people, large community now, which is helping people all around.
Absolutely. Yes, sir. I think Priyanka will be taking it further from here.
Okay. Since every individual possesses some strengths and weaknesses, so how you have turned your weaknesses into strength?
So, in my case, I am quite emotional kind of person. So, whenever I see anything happening around me, where people are in pain, they are going through a tough journey, no matter whether I can support them or not, but I would definitely come forward and stand with them just to show that you are not all alone in this journey, this fight. So, and when you are alone, so you are very weak always. So you are not strong enough. But when you are together with these people, so that your weakness becomes your strength actually. When there are so many people, so somebody else makes you complete. Just like our better half makes us complete, right? So that is how the whole community works. If I have something and somebody else is lacking into something, I will support them in that area. If I'm lacking in something, so somebody else is going to complete me by supporting me in that area. So that is how community builds, and this is what happened with me, where I needed technical team, these five people came forward and supported me. Financially, I was weak. Uh, there were so many people who came forward and supported me throughout our journey financially. I had a very small community who was there to support me. But now, if you see that so many people are there as a community with us who are working day and night and supporting the cause just to ensure that nobody dies waiting for us. So that is how we make our weaknesses too. Because whenever I am emotionally broken, somebody else is going to take over and console me and make sure that I am standing strong to go through that particular phase.
Definitely. And you seem to be a very motivated person and you're involved in various causes as well. As you have another, we've heard of you another initiative that is Paint for One Meal, which you are doing in Noida region, I guess. So, would you like to speak more on that?
Yeah, so change with Barney, as I said, I'm an emotional person. So one of my childhood friends called me in October, mid-October, and he told me that I need only 100 rupees, and he was calling me almost 8, 9 years. So I first of all I thought that he must be into some drugs or some sort of some sort of illegal thing kind of thing. But I thought to dig it out before helping him out. So I sent one of our common friends to his place. And he was very sad to see the situation he was going through. Because he used to work in a garment factory and he used to earn only 7, 8 thousand rupees a month. And because before lockdown, there were some riots in that area. Um, and because of those riots, the whole factory got vandalized, and because of that, he couldn't get paid off for his work for which then during February. And after that, lockdown happened. So in these 8, 9 months, 10 months, he just got broken, and he was into very bad state. He was not able to even afford one-time meal. So I thought that there must be hundreds or thousands of people who needed this kind of support, who are not able to even feed their family for one time. So I thought to start this, but making it free of cost is not going to be the solution. we need to make sure that they at least put in some effort to, buy food for their family or something like that. So we thought of coming forward with a nominal amount of 10 rupees a meal. We made sure that we spend a good amount on infrastructure because most of the subsidized kind of canteens don't have good infrastructure, no hygiene. So we maintained very high standards of hygiene, quality of food, and also the infrastructure where people can come, even if a rickshaw puller is coming, so they can then come take some rest and feel comfortable. It's not a fine dining experience, but yes, it's a very comfortable place where you can eat inside a big outlet and which is air conditioned. There are enough fans to make sure. So every day we are serving around 700 to 1,000 people every day, and we feel proud that there are so many people who are giving us blessings all the day, every day, and that's it.
So you're getting the funding from, you're doing it from your end only, or you're getting the funding? You're receiving the donation.
Initially, it was my own personal initiative where I was putting in my personal savings or you can say my wife's savings. But later on, then I got exhausted when our all savings gone out. In fact, we even mortgaged my wife's jewelry for that, just to make sure that we keep on feeding people. So when we reached up to that level, so then we started crowdfunding, and luckily now we have been supported well by people. But still, my wife's journey is still there in their custody, the company. But yeah, we are happy that we are serving people because both is useless, but food is more useful. So that makes us happy. So that's it. I mean, support is always because the more we get, the more people we can serve. So we are getting handful of support every day from people all around the world, and they have been very kind throughout the life.
Okay. So next is like, how do you think would Pravisha be able to provide a platform for the startup?
So you can go on, you can connect people, share, because it's very important for any startup to understand what is needed and how it is going to be. People who are sitting at a leadership position, so they can come forward and they can guide new breed of entrepreneurs who can learn in a much better and a much experienced way. Uh, Mind sharing, if you talk about mind sharing, if people are there who can just share their experience to nurture the startups. The unique ecosystem, just like Silicon Valley, if you see. So every coffee shop you go around, so people are very open. Even if you go to Bangalore or cities like Hyderabad, yeah, Mumbai, right? So if you go to any shop in Asia and Mumbai, you'll see especially from IIT Bombay, they must be talking about some startups, some sort of, seniors nurturing their junior, taking advice from professionals. So these kind of things can play a very critical role if Kamisha take a lead into it. Because in Delhi and if you see, we don't have that sort of culture where we have this sort of setup where people having experience of running a startup or maybe building a startup from scratch are sitting with the junior ones.
Okay, So, like, how exactly do you feel when you realize that there are more than 100,000, registered users of your app? Like, what feeling do you get?
So we have got more than 200K
I'm really
users on
sorry.
our app. No problem. So you won't get to know because Google Play Store only shows 100K or maybe 500K, not between that. So that's the reason it's not be our fault. It's Google Play's fault. So we have got around more than 200K users, and we see uh, very huge connection with our blood donors, seekers, and this community is growing every day, adding more than hundreds of people every day, which is making me feel very proud that we are able to build such a large community, and we are hoping to make it to 1 million maybe by end of next year, so that we can create such a large pool of blood donors all across India, so that nobody faces blood shortage anywhere in India. And it's not just a celebrating moment, but also a very huge responsibility for us just to make sure that more and more people are being heard, what they are saying, their feedback, how we can serve them better. So these kind of areas always have scope to improve. We are not saying that we are perfect. There are so many flaws in us. We are not doing perfect things, but yes, we are doing better than yesterday, and of course, we are going to do better than tomorrow. I mean, tomorrow is going to do better than today. So this is something which we keep on doing, and I think that we will be doing better every.
So here's the last question for you. So what message do you have people like you out there who wants to bring a change in the society?
Whenever you see a person in need, no matter what need is there and how big or how small is there, go out and shout out for help. There is no harm of in terms of helping out people. I am completely dedicated to blood donation, but of course, when I saw that there's a family who needs food, so I thought that there would be so many thousands of people, and definitely there are millions of people all across India who are starving every day, and they are supposed to sleep every summer. They don't have clothes in winter. So there are so many. Even if somebody has got a flat tire, just stop by, help them out. That is also a big change, we can create in society. What happens? Our small acts can impact hugely on our society, and just be kind to everyone and help anyone in need. This is the only thing I would like to say. That can bring a lot of change in our society, in our nation, all across the world.
Absolutely.
Rightly said. So that's all for today. And I think you're doing great work to bring the change. And
So, best of luck
wish you
for
good
all.
luck. And
Exactly.
yeah,
Thank you so much, everyone.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you for your time and best of luck.
Hey, thanks to you for bringing me to this platform, and I wish you all the best for this platform. I wish you grow fast and grow big.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you. That means a lot.